Hello YouTube, you gamers out there. Okay, this video is about my little predictions on Nintendo's presentation at this year's 2015 E3. Okay, this is what Nintendo's definitely going to show off Legend of Zelda, even though it's been delayed. That means nothing. It's been delayed, but they still gonna show us more. Now I'm thinking they delayed it because they trying to put online elements. That's just my predictions. I could be wrong. That's the only thing I can think about. But this guy is really hard right now. But here's another thing too. I'm assuming they're gonna put they're gonna show Star Fox. They're gonna let us play it. I don't even know why I said they're gonna let us, because I'm not going to E3, but I'm just gonna be a YouTube watcher. But I'm sure they're gonna show up Star Fox, and I'm also sure about they probably even gonna show us more downloadable DLC for the new Smash Bros. Wii U. I'm sure that's the case. I'm sure they're gonna do that. I know you gamers are saying the same thing. I can't wait to this E3. This is gonna be the best E3. You got Legend of Zelda, you got Star Fox, and also Metroid. I strongly think they're gonna mention it and show little clips, not playable, but little clips of Metroid. I can guarantee it. Those are some serious IPs for Nintendo. I'm sure they're not just gonna let them IPs go by. And for the Star Fox, I'm guessing Star Fox is gonna be like a open world shooter here, like this Destiny here. I'm strongly guessing Star Fox is going to be a shared world shooter, not a first-person shooter, but a shared world. And I'm sure we're going to see multiple players. If that's the case, you might as well say that's going to be one of the greatest Nintendo games ever made. Please, ladies and gentlemen, let me see a Star Fox with a shared world fashion, just like this Destiny here. You're probably looking at one of the best Nintendo games of all time. I can 100% guarantee it. That's just gonna put Nintendo right back on top. I strongly guarantee it. If you agree with me, gamers, give me a like right now or give me some comments right now. But I'm sure that's the case. I'm sure they're making a share world. And here's the thing too. I'm guessing they delayed Zelda to make it a share world. Well, now, what I mean by share world, that means multiple online players can be on one lobby at the same time. That's a share world. Multiple players on one lobby, on one field. Like, when I say lobby, I mean you're all in the 15 limit in a lobby. In this little world, in this little atmosphere here. In this Destiny here, there's about 15 other players in this shared world atmosphere. I'm next to the Cosmodomes and on Earth, and there's 15 players here. 15 players in my lobby. So when I go back to town, it's going to generate another 15 players. You're not going to see these same players go to the lobby or go to the tower with me. It always like randomly just puts me in a tower with different players. But there's always 15 people in either world. You go to the moon, Venus, Mars, the tower, Earth here. Now back to my main topic with Nintendo's presentation. Nintendo's definitely going to blow our minds, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm sure they're going to make their games online share world. I'm sure they have the technology to do that. I'm sure they can do that. There's no reason to let us down. Please, Nintendo, please blow our minds. I know we're gonna be mind blown. And I hear Sataki, whatever the head of Nintendo. I heard he's gonna abandon the E3 presentation. He's not even gonna come out here to Los Angeles. He's staying in Japan. I mean, why is that? I mean, I don't understand that. They have to show off their talent there. I mean, he has to be there too. He's a big part. You got Shigeru Miyamoto, you got Sakurai, and you got the other staff. I forgot AJ Newman. Yeah, you got him too. He's the new director of Legend of Zelda. Now here's Here's another thought I have, people. Who do you think is the better director for Legend of Zelda? My opinion, hands down, I'm gonna have to say Shigeru Miyamoto is a better game designer. This is my reasons why. I played the game Legend of Zelda's a link between two worlds. It was okay. It was a good game, but it didn't have the elements that Shigeru Miyamoto's Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past had. Now let me explain the differences. The difference with both of those Zeldas. When you go in a dungeon in Shigeru Miyamoto's Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, you actually find the weapon in that dungeon. That's what makes that unique. You find that weapon, and then you find the boss, and you beat the boss with that weapon you found in that dungeon, and you defeat him. Now you have that weapon with you for the rest of the game. In AJ Aonuma's Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds, you didn't find the weapon in the dungeon. There was actually no technique on beating bosses in the dungeon. You just went in there and swing your sword. It wasn't like that with Shigeru Miyamoto's Legend of Zelda. You had to use the boss in your technique, and then once the boss was vulnerable, you can hit him with the sword. In AJ Aonuma's, it wasn't like that at all. Don't get me wrong. I still like The Link Between Worlds. I'd still play it. I beat it. I loved it. My opinion is, I'm just gonna say it. Shigeru Miyamoto's a better game designer. Now here's my another prediction. What are we gonna see with this new Legend of Zelda? With AJ Aonuma behind it. Is it gonna give us the unique Shigeru Miyamoto boss battles where we find the weapon in the dungeon and use that weapon against that boss? I hope that's the case, gamers. I really hope that's the case, because I wish Shigeru Miyamoto was in charge of this little project here. I think he's much better in game design. Even though he has Star Fox is gonna blow our mind, but my bread and butter games is Legend of Zelda. I'm a 100% Legend of Zelda fanboy. 100% fanboy of Legend of Zelda, and that just has to be done right. I'm sure AJ Aonuma's gonna give it to us. He's gonna present something really nice, but it's not gonna give us the same elements and the same addiction, the same cravings as Shigeru Miyamoto's games, as Shigeru Miyamoto's Legend of Zelda. Not just Legend of Zelda, his other games he create are pure addiction. I mean, the way you fight his bosses keeps you entertained. You just don't go out there swinging, or you just don't go out and do attack. You have to do something to make that enemy vulnerable, and then you go and kill him. I mean, then you actually hurt him.
What can the Vanguard supply?
My thoughts is, what was the delay for? It could be numerous reasons on why they delayed this Legend of Zelda. Did they decide to give the project back to Shigeru Miyamoto? Or did they decide to make it an online experience, like a shared world experience? What was the reason? We don't know. I hope they tell us at this year's E3. I'm sure you gamers out to say the same thing. I'm sure you gamers out to be like, well, please give us information on the Zelda. Please let us know why it was delayed. And I'm praying they're saying we giving a project to Shigeru Miyamoto. Now here's the thing. Is it possible Shigeru Miyamoto is involved, but AJ Newman has higher authority. That could be the case too. I don't know.
You are always
I don't know. I'm just praying for one of the most impressive
Strip it.
high definition 2 gig system Legend of Zeldas. That's all I want to see. That's all my life is about. That's all my life is about, is playing Legend of Zelda, one of the greatest Zelda games of all times. That's all I'm really about. I'm not here to piss nobody off. I don't like to piss you. I don't want enemies. I don't need enemies.
Joining us, Guardian.
I need video games. Okay, these games are getting better. These systems are getting entirely too powerful for crap games. I mean, it just blows your mind waiting for a game 8 months, probably to a year to come out, and it's not worth a dime. I'm sure you people been let down. I'm sure you people know what I'm talking about. Give me a couple comments on my little topic here. Give me comments on what you think, because I just want to I just want one of the best Zelda. I want one of the best E3 Nintendo presentations of all times. And Nintendo's definitely not going to skip out. They're going to give us a lot of information on this year's 2015 E3. Thanks, gamers, for watching my video. Thank you very much.